In this video, we will see what happens to the output of an exponential function when the input changes by 4 units instead of just 1. So suppose an exponential function has a 1-unit growth factor of 1.25, which means that whenever x changes by 1 unit, y becomes 1.25 times as large. Table of values below shows some input-output pairs. So we've got some pairs of values for x and y. Now, we just have x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, so changes in x of 1. And we know that if x changes by 1, then y becomes 1.25 times as large. So I'll write times 1.25 to indicate that y is becoming 1.25 times as large. So from x equals 1 to x equals 2, we have another change of 1 in x. Y again becomes 1.25 times as large. We can do this 2 more times. So another change in 1, another change of 1, and each time x changes by 1, y is becoming 1.25 times as large. So what happened instead? Instead of thinking about x changing by 1 4 separate times, what if we instead just thought about x changing by 4? So we imagine x starting at 0, increasing to 4, a change of 4 units. Well, in that case, we should have the same result as changing by 1 4 separate times. So y should become 1.25 times as large 4 consecutive times. So if you think about this, becoming 1.25 times as large 4 consecutive times is the same as multiplying by 1.25 4 consecutive times. So we multiply by 1.25, and we multiply by 1.25, and we multiply by 1.25, and then we multiply by 1.25. That's the same thing as multiplying by 1.25 to a power of 4. So as if x increases by 4 units, y should become 1.25 to the 4th times as large. And 1.25 to the 4th has a value of about 2.44. So anytime x changes by 4, y becomes about 2.44 times as large, and this comes from the 1.25 to a power of 4. Because we're becoming 1.25 times as large 4 consecutive times. Therefore, we would say that the 4-unit growth factor for this function is 1.25 to the 4th. And this means that anytime x changes by 4 units, y will become 1.25 to the 4th times as large.